Everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to land a data analyst job in 2026, either in tech, in finance, healthcare, or even music, whatever industry you're interested in. Grab a notebook and let's go. So the first step is going to know your job. As a data analyst, what do you do? So a data analyst basically turns raw data into insights. So we're thinking trends, we're thinking dashboards, we're thinking predictions. So it's basically just like detective work with numbers. And companies want problem solvers, not just spreadsheet monkeys. So you have to focus on impact. So the second is to learn the different tools. You know, the first go-to tool for anybody that wants to be a data analyst in 2026, I would say, is Excel. You need to know how your pivot tables work. You need to know VLOOKUPs. You need to know index match. Those are the basics. Then from there, you would go into SQL. Learn how to pull data from databases. It is a must. It's non-negotiable, and then you can learn Python or R. Need to know how to automate tasks, analyze and visualize data using Python, and then you learn Power BI or Tableau. For me, I would go for Power BI for personal reasons because that's what my company is using. So you need to make your data tell a story, not just show numbers. That's what companies want. And then a bonus will be learning Google Analytics, BigQuery for marketing or tech. So a pro tip that I'll give to everyone as you're learning these different tools is to make sure you're building projects, build mini projects. Recruiters love to see real world examples. You can create a profile on GitHub or whatever, get raw data from Cargo and build different projects and basically build a portfolio in case you find yourself a job to apply. You would apply and then they would see that you've been doing valuable work, and you stand a chance of being shortlisted for an interview. Pretty much you need to build a portfolio. That is the third requirement. Build a portfolio. A portfolio is just like a secret weapon. What works? You need to use open data sets to create dashboards, to create reports, analyze trends in industries you love. For instance, if you wanted to work in healthcare, then you need to get raw data sets, that are coming from the healthcare industry and play with them, analyze them and visualize them, then showcase your work. I've talked about the GitHub account. You can showcase your work on GitHub, or you can pretty much build like a personal website with your name and showcase your work. A strong portfolio basically beats a resume, because it's showing real world examples and not just saying that I've got this when there is no proof or backing. Then the fourth one would be to master soft skills. Numbers matter, but communications matter more. Explain your insights to non-data people. You need to know how to explain your findings to a team. If you're going to be working for a team or you're going to be working for a company, you need to know how to explain your findings to non-technical people. Storytelling with data sets top analysis apart. Storytelling is very, very important. Then collaboration is also key. Data does not just live in isolation, but you need to know how to collaborate because you're going to be working with different stakeholders in whatever company you get a job to work for. The next one will be to network and apply smart. Dream jobs don't just appear on job boards. Networking could go a long way to, land you a job. You have to connect and comment on LinkedIn. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, then you need to go and create one and connect with people from the industry that you would like to work in. Then join data communities on Slack, Discord, or Meetup. Tailor your CV and your portfolio to each company. Each job is unique, so every application that you're going to be doing, pretty much, I think you need to tailor it to suit the particular job description. Then the seed will be to keep learning. If you want to work in data analytics, then you need to keep learning. You can never stop learning. That's just the secret. Follow YouTube channels. YouTube has got a lot of resources. You need to follow blogs. You need to go for different free courses. We've got W3 schools. You can find a lot of resources on there, and as well as different websites on the internet. And you need to experiment with AI tools. You can also use ChatGPT to do a lot of research, or just you just want to check if the code that you wrote is correct or debug and stuff like that. And you need to keep building projects as you're going down the line. You don't have to stop building projects. The more projects that you build, the more your portfolio becomes good, and the more you're going to be employable. And you need to experiment with real world examples. It is going to help fast track you getting hired. So to conclude, I'm going to say, just learn your tools, build your portfolio, master your storytelling, network, and stay curious and open. If you love this video and you find it helpful, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more career tips to come. Thank you and have a great day. I'm a winner for you.
Yeah.
For you, baby.
I'm a winner for you. Do shit for you. Put it on you, girl. My feelings are true. Stuck like a glue. Violence.